Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Tuesday, October the 1st, 2013. We're looking at a couple of different charts today. Starting off with the Dow Jones Transportation Average Index. In this particular chart, we talked about several times we've seen this pullback here as a bullish opportunity, and we told you that this situation here is something that you want to be a buyer of, even though you hadn't had confirmation at this time period here and here. You could do that because by the time that you actually got the confirmation, then you would actually be chasing at this point here. So you can still buy at this point, and even as of today's close, any weakness you might see intraday tomorrow would work as well. But this is why you did that, because you had a rapid move to the upside. Not all charts did this, so there are several others that are just getting started you can still take advantage of. But this one here, if you're already long, stay long. Notice that the high point that we had here was higher than the previous one. We pulled back here. A nice little signal here, confirmation here was a buy opportunity, and then we set our stop right here. We kept that stop there even though we came back down here, came close to it, and we bounced off that. And all we're seeing here is higher series of lows, higher series of highs. There's nothing here to be concerned with. You just stay bullish and look for this to take out this level here. A quick little look here at the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index. In this particular chart, it's pretty bullish as well. You can mark this one as a bullish one as soon as we come up here and close above this candlestick formation here, which will put you back at the 50-period moving average, which is where you want to be doing your buying and so forth and so on. So you could be a buyer here as well. The basic thing here, look at this low point here on the ultimate oscillator and the higher low here. This is trending up. Momentum is trending up. That means that momentum to the downside is decreasing. If it were increasing, you'd see it going lower and lower. That's not happening. So that means downside momentum is decreasing, while price activity, low point here and low point here, is actually overshooting to the downside. That's a bullish divergence telling you it's overshot to the downside. It's going to reverse and come back up here to this level again. So that would be, again, anything in this range here would be just free money. In case you've not been following us, we expect to test at this level again. We take one quick little step over there across the pond to the FTSE London Financial Times Index. This one, nice setup here. Look for confirmation the following day. Be a buy opportunity at that situation there. Long-term chart looks pretty strong there as well. We're trading near the 50-period moving average. I like that. And so when we're down here trading at the 200-period moving average on the short-term chart, I like that as well as a good entry opportunity. You can typically find a good quality support there. So look for that confirmation. Be a buyer in that. Look for a test of the previous high. Quick glance here at the NASDAQ. This is one we talked about as well, and we told you this one I would get involved if she pulled back down to the 50-period moving average, gave me a hammer candlestick formation, something like that. And we didn't get that, so I didn't get involved. However, I told you another way to trade that would be to simply look at the high points, and then when you got yourself a nice little breakout of that little pattern you had going on here, you had this first leg to the upside, then you had this consolidation phase and went on. I told you could be a buyer if you close above that, and you've done that, so that could be a buy signal for those of you who want to trade that. Looking for this move here, duplicated out the other side. A quick glance here at the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index. This one we were stopped out of, but we were right on the actual call anyway, but I just missed it. This move here to the upside, we made money on that, and we got some consolidation. Told you that's all that was going on. Same thing you kind of saw going with the NASDAQ and a couple of your European charts. We're just kind of moving sideways there, and we were doing the same thing here. So we were looking to be a buyer here, and then we got stopped out. Our stop was right here. We came down and triggered that stop out. That's probably too tight of a stop. But in any event, we've been stopped out of this position, but now you've broken out to the upside here. Note to close higher than this previous point here. That's another buy signal. You could use that. You may also get another test of this, which would happen with a lot of times when you hit a breakout like this, you will come back and consolidate and then go like that. So if you got something like that, a nice hammer candlestick, I might take advantage of that and then look for it to continue to move higher. This first leg duplicated out the other side. Looking now at the SPX, or the S&P 500 Large Cap Index, this is a beautiful chart. There's nothing I can find wrong with this chart. Very, very sweet chart. You have this nice move to the upside here, takes out the previous high, so you have a low point here, higher low here, high point here, higher high here. The trend is clearly up. That's how you get those conditions with higher highs and higher lows, is that you actually have people that are buying, and that's greater strength than those who are selling, and that drives price higher. So we get a pullback here. What is this? About a 50% retracement. We talked about this back when it was going on. We wanted to find support. When you're in an uptrend, the best entry opportunities are at that 50-period moving average. You should find support there with the hammer candlestick formation. That would be a buy signal, and then you look for confirmation. Bam, there it is. So nothing wrong with this chart whatsoever. You should be a buyer here. Still plenty of room to buy, and look for a test this high, and expect whenever you get up there, you can do this. Simply just measure this distance out here from this high point down to this low point. You measure that like so, and then measure it up mathematically, and then once you've broken out of that, you can add that, and you get an idea of how much higher you can go. Okay. A quick glance now at the EMW or the Wilshire 4500. And this is another one that we've been stopped out of. The same basic story as what we've seen with the NASDAQ or the Russell 2000. You had this first leg to the upside, then consolidation phase right here, and we just kind of do this number like that, and we just move sideways for a little bit. And I told you this was actually a bullish condition. You're just consolidating before moving higher. You could use the attempt to divide like we did here, and then stay long and then wait for that breakout. In this case, we got stopped out, so that doesn't work for us. But then in this one here, you got another buy signal. At this point in time, you closed above that. You can consolidate, but again, I would look for this to continue to move higher. This first leg here, duplicate it out the other side. Okay, quick little update on the website here at perfectstockalert.com. Free website, 100% free. All we ask in return, refer a friend or a pet. We'll take pets as well. Anything that can basically increase the traffic on the free site would be awesome. Alright, so what we're doing over here in the new little free chat room here, check it out. It's a pretty cool little feature, and we'll be sitting there. It's not me, it's several other people that are in the chat room and discussing trades and various setups that we see in the market. It's again 100% free. It's designed to simply educate you, right? God bless, take care, enjoy the evening. Oh, before we go, don't forget, if the the Dow Jones Industrial Average is setting up for a bullish move, which we see happening, that means that the Dow 30 alerts would also be setting up, right? There'd be several in there. Would be opportunities to go long. If you didn't want to try to trade the average via options or an ETF, you could go find individual companies that are tracking the average, because the average is an average made up of individual companies. You could find several that would be opportunity for you to actually buy the security rather than try to trade an option on the ETF or trade an ETF or you know what I'm saying. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.